Good morning, first grade friends. We are going to start a new unit today. We're going to start Unit 5, and we are going to introduce you to some more glued sounds. In this unit, we actually only have 1 week. Normally we do 2 weeks for a unit, but this is a shorter unit. So we're going to do week 1, day 1 today. Alrighty? We'll start first. If you need to pause the video, which you probably will, you are going to need 2 of the new glued sounds. So in your pack, you should cut out the AM, that's on a green card, and then cut out the AN. You're gonna need these for your letter tiles later. So go and do that now and then come back and visit with me again. All right, you're back. So we're gonna start with our drill sounds. We have a trick word drill, and then we'll talk about those new glued sounds and we'll do some practice. You will also need your whiteboard and your letter tiles. Those are the materials for today. So here we go. Remember that it is your job to be my echo. A, J, J, E, P, P. Hope you're saying these. O, I, U, Let's do our digraphs and our glued sound. WH, W. Make sure you're saying it. SH, sh. CH, ch. TH, the tongue's out. CK, k. And our glued sound, ALL, all. Good. Thumb up. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna go and do our trick word drill. Give me a minute. I'm gonna make a transition. I'll be right back. So we're gonna do our trick word drill. The other day in my classroom, we were able to do this a little bit quicker. So I'm gonna kind of step off to the side a little bit, and I'm gonna move the mouse a little bit faster. In a trick word drill, remember, you're gonna shout out the word that you see. So, and when you see the stop sign, that's when we stop. Here we go. They, 2, his, he, or, be, you, as, said, is, we, and, for, your, of, I, into, she, has, me, was. All right, I'm gonna stop again. All right, so we're gonna talk about 2 new glued sounds today, but before we do that, I wanna talk to you a little bit about the letter M and N and the sound they make. So M and N are actually called nasal sounds. And nasal means your nose. So it's really weird. You need your nose to be able to make the sound of an M and an N. Let's do a little experiment right now. So at your house, I want you to say the sound of the M, and then we're gonna block our nose while we're doing it, and you're gonna see what happens. So you ready? Everybody at home, say this with me. Now, when we do that, I'm gonna have you pinch your nose. You can't make the sound, can you? You can't make that M. It's the coolest thing ever. Let's try it with N. Ready? Everybody say and then we're gonna pinch our nose. See how it stops? That's why M and N are called nasal sounds. Now those 2 letters change the way an A will sound when they're right next to each other, when they're glued together. I'm gonna show you 2 cards, and we'll go over those glued sounds. Now you can see this is on green, just like our ALL glued sound. is on green. Remember, glued sounds are green cards. So when we do this one, it sounds like this, and I want you to listen to me first and then be my echo. A-M, ham, am. Your turn. A-M, ham, am. See how that am, that A sounds different now, doesn't it? That's because that M is changing the way that A sounds. So when we tap it, those two sounds, those two letters go together. Am. Let's do the other glued sound. A-N, fan, an. Your turn. A-N, fan, an. Good. So we're going to practice a few words, and I'll show you how the N and the M change the way that vowel sounds. So let me build a word for you first, just to kind of show you what that A sounds like when it has another consonant after it. So that's a pretty easy word. You guys know that. Let's tap it. B-at, bat. Now you hear that A, it says ah, b-at. But watch what happens. When I change it, we'll do another one. Here, let's do this one. Let's tap that one. B-at, back. You still hear that ah sound. Let's do one more. Let's do that word. B-ad, bad. Again, you're still hearing that A, apple, ah, that short sound. But if I put this consonant M and I tap it, and I try to tap it the way I think it is, bam, that's not how we say it. That word is bam. That A got changed, the sound of this A got changed because of the M. So that's why those two are glued together. And so now I would use my glued sound, bam. Let's do another one with A-N, and I'll show you how the N changes the sound of the A. Let me do this one. So, again, listen to the sound of that vowel, A. Ah, pat. You hear that short A. Ah. Tap that word with me. Ad, pad, ah. Now, watch what happens when I put the consonant N. That word is actually pan. That A has the sound changed because of that nasal N. It changes the way that A sounds. We don't say, go get the pan off the stove. We say pan. Now, when you hear an sound, you are going to use the glued sound of an, those two letters together. All right, let's do some practice. So I want you to get your tiles. They should be ready. And let's spell a couple of words with our new glued sounds. Whenever you hear an or an am, you're going to use that green card. Say the word ham, like I like to eat ham. Now watch how I tap it. I'm going to put two fingers together, just like we did for all. Am. Tap that at home with me. I want you to practice it. Am. All right, spell that word ham. Am. Now when we mark that, You're not gonna mark it on your tiles, but when we do our whiteboards, you will. You're gonna do the same thing. You're just gonna put a box around the glued sound. There's no bonus letter here like with all, so it's just a box that tells me that it's a glued sound. All right, clear your deck. We'll do a spell away in a minute. Say the word bam. We just did that one, right? B-am. B-am. Bam. Spell it away. B-A-M. Let's do some oldie but goodie words, words that you've done before. Look at me and say the word shell. Tap it with me. Sh-e-o. Shell. Sh. E-o. Shell. That doesn't look right, does it? I know. It ended in an L and it has a short vowel. I have to give it that bonus letter. Did you get that? Okay, spell it away. S-H-E-L-L. Let's do one more. Say the word ran. Like I ran outside. Tap it with me. Watch my fingers if you're not sure. An. Ran. An. There's that glued sound, that new one. Ready, spell it away. R-A-N. Good. Let's practice some of these with our whiteboard now. So if you need to stop and put your materials away, go ahead. And I'll get my whiteboard up here. Give me a thumb up. All right, for our whiteboard practice, we're gonna do 3 sounds, 3 new words, and then just a couple of old ones and our trick words in a sentence. So here we go. Say the sound x. Write the letter that says x. Give you a minute. What says x? I wanna hear you. X. You are correct. Let's do another one. Ooh, this one I want all the letters. Give me the letters that say k. Give me all the letters that say k. I'll give you a second. All right, what says k? C, K, and CK. Remember we put that dash in between to separate them. Good. Last one. Look at me. Say the sound f. My tongue is not sticking out. What says F? Not TH. Good. Clear your board. And then we'll do some letters, some words. Let's just do one old word. Did we do the word shell? Let's say the word pick. Tap it with me first. Pick. I want you to pick up your toys. Pick. I hear. And because I hear a k at the end of the word, this is a short vowel, there's my brev, I have to have a CK. Make sure you marked it too. Okay, a couple of new words. This will give you practice on how to mark your digraph too. Your glued sound. Say the word jam, like you have jam, it's kind of like the same thing as jelly. Watch me tap it, and you tap as well. Get your fingers up. J-am. Jam. That's our new glued sound. J is J. And then am is A-M. That's our glued sound we just talked about. And make sure you put a box around the glued sound. Good, let's do another one. Say the word fan. Like, oh, it's hot in here, I need the fan on. Tap it with me. An. There's that new glued sound again. An. An. There's that glued sound. A-N. All right, we're gonna do 2 trick words. Remember, we don't tap out trick words. You just gotta know them. Say the word they. Good, now spell it. I'll give you a sec. That was from last unit. Spell it quick. All right. And this is what I always sing to my friends in the classroom. There is no A in they, there is no A in they. Just write the, and then add Y. And there's that word they. And there's the word the, right inside. Next trick word, say the word said. Okay, spell it quick. I'll give you a sec. All right. Said is S-A-I-D. How you doing today so far? Good? All right, last thing that you gotta do today that we're gonna practice is a sentence. Remember, your sentence always starts with a capital. My friends in school always forget that. Here's your sentence. Ben had a, that's a trick word, red and tan hat. I'll say that again so you're looking at me. Ben had a red and tan hat. And I want you to pause the video while you're writing so that you're not seeing me write, and I will write it. Good, I hope you paused that video so that you worked on that sentence by yourself before you looked at mine. So, you can check your board. Here's the word Ben, don't forget your capital B. Had a red and, that was a trick word, tan hat. And that word tan had our new glued sound in it. And don't forget that you needed a period. All right, that ends our lesson for today. And this week, we work on adding these 2 new glued sounds to your daily lessons. A-M, ham, am, A-N, fan, an. And we will see you tomorrow for day 2. Have a good night.